paper, objections.
Objections.
And we're going to talk about how to handle objections. Okay, how do we handle objections? Well, first we have to understand what an objection is. An area of concern. So for those taking notes, which should be everybody in here, objection is simply just an area of concern. It's not them saying, yo, I'm not interested. It's like, hey, I just need more clarity. How can I get more clarity on XYZ thing? Okay? So, great agents anticipate objections, right? We prepare for them. We understand, right, Christina, objections are going to pop up. You can't walk into an appointment and expect, oh, this person's not going to have any objections. They're just going to say, yes, I want to get it today. This is why we train. This is why you should be taking notes, right? And if you're like, well, and I know the objections already, cool. Come up here and do training, and I want you to talk the next hour on mastering objections. No notes. Can you do that? Then you don't have objections mastered yet, and you should be taking notes. Don't take notes for you, but take notes for the person that's not here, as if you're going to give this training to them. That's the best mindset to look at it when taking notes. So there's 3 types of objections. First one, value-based. Value-based, meaning they don't see the value in what you're offering. An example, I need to think about it. When somebody says I need to think about it, Ruby, what they're saying is they don't see the value in what you're offering them. Because if I said, hey, yo, Preston, you give me $100 right now, and I'm going to give you $1 million, why would Preston say I need to think about it? He wouldn't. Because why? There's built up enough value. He knows $1 million is more valuable than $100. Right. So if somebody's like, oh, I just need to think about it, it's because, once again, you haven't done a good job in explaining why this is important to them, what the value is going to be for them. Right. The second type of objection you get is trust-based. They don't trust you, maybe. They're skeptical, right? This is oh, I've never heard of the company before. Oh, I need to do more research. They're not saying they're not interested. They're just saying they don't know if they could trust you to be the person to help them get what they're looking for, right? So understand, if somebody says that, okay, I need to make sure they understand I'm a professional. Why me as their agent? What am I going to be able to do for them? What makes Primerica unique? And the third one is budget-based. I can't afford it, Alejandra. All this means is they haven't prioritized or emotionally connected to it yet. Because why is it that I don't have the money, but they'll go spend $8 at a Starbucks every day? Yep. And they'll tell you, I don't have the money, yep. Michelle. Because they haven't prioritized the need for their family to be protected yet. Nice. They haven't emotionally really let it sink in, Mickey, that, dude, if I die tomorrow, like my family's going to be washing cars or setting up GoFundMe accounts. And whose fault is that if they haven't prioritized or emotionally connected? Ours. Because it means our presentation wasn't good. Right. If you're constantly getting people, oh, I can't afford it, oh, I don't have money, you just didn't do a good enough job in the presentation with your questions for them to see why they need to have this enforced. Right. Because everybody's got $50 a month. Yep. Oh, yeah. Anybody says they don't have $50, they're lying. Yep. It's they don't see why they should spend their $50 on this. Yep. Right. They need clarity. Yep. Those are objections. So we have value-based, trust-based, and budget-based types of objections. And we're going to roll through the 9 most common objections you guys are going to get in life insurance today, how to respond to them, and we're going to get some people to come up and role play. And the last 15 minutes of training, we're going to go ahead and touch on month-end madness, right? And just focusing on how to get results today. Like after the meeting ends, how am I going to go get results? So write this down. Feel, felt, found. This is a money way really to overcome any objection that a client throws at you. Feel, felt, found. Oh, well, you know what, LeNai, I need to think about it. You know, hey, I completely understand how you feel, Jose. I felt the same way when I saw this information. But what I found was that if I thought about it, let's say I passed away tomorrow, my family 100% is going to be washing cars and they're going to be devastated financially, right? So after really thinking about it, I was like, man, I could put $50, $60 away, right? Wouldn't you agree, Preston, you could afford $60? Yeah. Cool, let's get you started. Oh, you know what, LeNai, I need to do my research. Hey, I completely understand how you feel, Gustavo. I have a lot of people I sit with, you know, that felt like they got to do research as well. But what they've seen or what they found after doing research with us, seeing we're A+ rated, XYZ thing, they felt comfortable enough to move forward with us. So if you were able to see this research, make sure the company was credible, would there be any reason you wouldn't want to move forward with us, Gustavo? Okay, cool. Let's go find that research for Gustavo. Right? Oh, I don't really see life insurance. I don't think life insurance is important. Hey, you know what? Ignacio, I completely understand how you feel. I felt the same way when I was uneducated on it. Right? But what I found was life insurance wasn't for me. Life insurance was for my wife and my 3 kids. Because if I pass away tomorrow, right, I don't want my family struggling. I don't want them asking people for money. Right? So this is why, Ignacio, it's important for you to be protected. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right? Feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, connect with them. And then this is what I found out. And that's where you kind of correct them what they're thinking. Right? Or if you don't want to use them directly, use another person. Hey, I completely understand how you feel. I had a client I sat with last week that felt the same way, Ashley. But after looking over their finances, we realized they spend money on Starbucks, going out to eat. And they found if they could spend money on that, why couldn't they put money away for their family's protection? Now, I'm not saying that directly to him, but I'm going to say that using somebody else to let him know to put that code on.
Yeah.
And now he's sitting there like, shoot, yeah, you're right. And then go for the close again. So that's an easy way to just go over any objection. Oh, I have my coverage through work.
So good.
Really? Hey, I completely understand how you feel, Anastasia. A lot of clients I sit with felt the same way until I was able to show them that work insurance is temporary, right? And they wanted to make sure that their family was protected all the time versus just some of the time. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's make sure we take a look at getting you your own personal plan today. How's that sound? Cool. Once again, you're putting them with everybody else. Now, this is just an easy, like, bro, I do not know how to overcome this objection at all, right? I don't remember what Hector Mark said on his tape. Just remember, feel, felt, found. Acknowledge how they feel. Let them know you felt the same way or someone else you sat with felt the same way. But then what did you find out? And then you can make a statement versus always having to ask questions. So that's just like a golden way to overcome any kind of objection. Recruiting. Oh, you know what? I just don't know if I can fit this with my schedule. Hey, you know what, Ruby? I completely understand how you feel. I felt the same way, right? I've got 3 kids. I have a full-time job. But what I found is if it was important to me, I would make the time for it. So let me ask you this. Is it important for you to make more money, Ruby? Okay, great. So you make the time for this, right? Awesome. All I need is your ID. We can get you started. Feel, felt, found. Money way to overcome objections. Is that good or what?
Yeah.
Fired up. So 9 major objections. I'm going to list these off to you guys. For life insurance at least. Number 1, I need to think about it. Who's ever heard this on an appointment before?
Never.
Yeah.
Man, price is closing everybody, right? Yeah, so this is probably the most common one you're going to get from somebody. I need to think about it. So what's the person's mindset when they're saying they need to think about it? People say this when they're unsure or maybe feel overwhelmed and they need more time in their head. But it's just meaning that they have a question mark. There's something that they're not sure about. So what do we need to figure out, Eloy?
What's the question?
What is it that they're unsure about? So, Mr. and Mrs. Client, hey, I totally respect that. Usually when someone says that, Eloy, it's because they're either unsure if this is the right amount of protection, right? If they could afford it, or if I'm the right person to be able to help represent them. Which one would it be for you? What are you unsure of, Eloy?
Just the company.
The company. Okay. Now, if you found that we were a great company, had awesome credibility, would that make you feel more comfortable moving forward and getting your family protected?
Yep.
Okay, great. Let's do some research, right? Show them the last page. What makes us different? All of our acknowledgments, best insurance company, most trusted, whatever it is. But when somebody says they need to think about it, it's not, okay, yeah, sounds good. When can I follow up with you? No. We're overcoming the objection. What do they need to think about? Coverage, budget, or you? Meaning Primerica.
Right.
Find that out and then walk through it. So that's what I need to think about it. Number 2, I don't know if I can afford it. What do we say about price?
They don't see the value in it.
It's a value issue. So when somebody says, LJ, can't afford it, all that means in your head is, I didn't provide enough value. I didn't provide enough value. I've got to give more value to this person. All they're looking at is how much money is coming out of their account each month. They're not thinking about, hey, this house mortgage that's going to get paid off. They're not thinking about their kids' college that's going to be paid. They're not thinking about all their debt now being taken care of and 10 years of income that they're going to leave behind to their family. They're just thinking about that 162 a month. And they're like, I can't do another 162. Because they didn't wake up that morning thinking, I could just put away $160 for nothing. No, there's got to be a value that we have to provide to them. So that's your mindset. If somebody says it's a money issue, Ignacio, no, it's a value issue. We've got to add more value onto it. Hey, I completely understand. That's why we custom fit coverage to your budget. What if we start with something $1 to $3 a day? How would you feel about that, Eileen? Could you afford $1 to $3 a day to make sure your family was protected, something happens to your house is paid off, etc.?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's $1 to $3 a day? 30 to 90 bucks a month. But what do? We make it seem like a really small number because it is a small number. Who spends $5 a day on random stuff?
Oh, me.
Everybody does, right? People have subscriptions that are running out of their account that they don't even use, right? Because it's just automated. It's just coming out of their account, right? Even that, like, hey, do you have any unused subscriptions, Andrea, that you don't use anymore? Really, which ones?
Acorns.
Acorns, okay. What else? Right? Walk through this. Hey, well, Disney and blah, 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 blah. Okay, hey, that's $40 right there.
Right.
So what would you say is more important? $40 to stream Disney movies or $40 to make sure that your family's not washing cars in case you pass away tomorrow? Value.
Yeah.
Money's not an issue. Third objection you're going to get. I don't make decisions right now. What's the mindset behind that? It's a defense mechanism. Because of what? Fear. They're afraid of making a mistake. So when somebody says, I don't want to rush into something, all they're telling you is they're afraid of making a mistake. That's what that translates into. Well, LeNai, that's not what they said. They said that they don't want to make a decision today, and I want to respect that because I don't want to be a pushy salesperson. So I'm going to respect what they say, and I'm going to follow up with them. You're missing it. You're not doing your job. They're not saying they need time to think about it. They're just afraid that if they get this thing set up, is it really going to do what we said it's going to do?
Right.
Are we a great company for them to work with? Can they trust us? It's all fear-based. So how do you overcome that? Hey, that's okay. Just curious. Is it the timing of the decision, or is it getting your family protected itself that you're unsure of? Okay, so now we're putting the time back on them. Bless you. So hey, is it like a timing issue right now, Jose, that you feel like it's not the right time for your family? Or is it just getting protection in general that you don't want to make a decision on? Timing. Okay, now would you say that's financially related? Like if this is something that could fit you financially at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. Would you agree having something in force is better than having nothing in force? Cool, so let's just get you started with the basic plan. And then in the future, when you feel like the time is better, we can always increase you and get you to what you fully should be covered for. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Great. Overcome the objection. I'll take questions in just 1 second. So what did I just do there? I found out, are they still unsure about why they need life insurance? And that's why they're saying that I don't want to make a decision today? Or are they unsure about getting started right now in their financial area if this is something that they could afford?
Financial area.
I found out it was a financial objection. So then what do? I go back to that. Or he says, it's just if I need to get life insurance in general right now. So what does that tell me?
Value.
There's no value.
Right.
It's not a money issue. I need to go back and add value. But I don't know that unless I ask Jose the question.
Ooh, good.
Questions. Yes, you had a question. Alhambra.
What about when they say they want to go and look for like different prices with other companies?
Yes, we're going to cover that one. Yep, that one's covered up. Got you. I got all of them right here. So, next one. I already have coverage through work. Right? We touched on this one. Feel, felt, found is the best way to overcome this. Right? Hey, I completely understand how you feel. I used to feel the same way. Or I've had clients that felt the same way. And then share an example of why work insurance doesn't make sense. Right? We had a client with $1 million policy, got cancer, let go from his job, passed away, no life insurance.
Wow.
So hey, Amelia, I completely understand how you feel. We had a client that we sat down with that felt the exact same way, had $1 million of coverage through his job, right? Ended up getting diagnosed with cancer, got let go, and found out that he doesn't take his life insurance with him. Left his family nothing. All because he felt that his work insurance was enough. Right? Would you want to leave your family in a situation like that? No. So if we could, for the right price, make sure that you were covered, your family was protected, how would you feel about that, Amelia? Good, great. Remember, feel, felt, found. Easiest way to overcome this because you're taking the pressure off of them and you're putting the pressure onto somebody else. I want to shop around. They're stalling. When somebody says they want to shop around, they're just not sold on you yet. That's really what it is. Because you don't walk into a store, see the pants you want, the shirt you want, the shoes you want, and say, I'm just going to leave. I'm going to go shop around. Why? Because that's exactly what you want. It's exactly what you're looking for. So when somebody says they need to shop around, it just means that they don't know if this is what's right for them. So this is why custom fitting it to them is important. How much is your debt, right? How much is your mortgage, right? What's your budget? How much can you afford? All these things. So what to say? That makes sense. You should always do what's best for your family. What's important to you when you're comparing? Price, coverage, or the person you're working with. Remember, going back to the three things that we're talking about. Is it a trust issue? Is it a value issue? Is it a cost issue? It's always one of those three things. Hey, which one of those three things is it for you? Is it the coverage that you're unsure about? Is it the price you're unsure about? Is it myself and being your agent that you're unsure about? I think it's more of just the price. Okay, cool. If we could get this to fit your price, anything that would stop you from getting started? No. Okay, great. Walk through it. So that's the I want to shop around, Alejandra. They're just still unsure about something. And they're stalling. They want to just get the pressure off of them. And they want to move on to do something different. But no, we're here. We're in the box. We're addressing this now while the conversation is here. Because, guys, by the way, procrastinators are going to continue to procrastinate. Like, if they don't make a decision with you that day, they haven't made a decision in 42 years. What makes you think they're going to make a decision a week from now? They're not. Right? So it's our responsibility to make sure that they're fully protected in these situations. So 3 more for you guys. Or 4 more. I can't count. I've invested too much into my policy. Right? Because they've had it a long time. Oh, I've had my policy for 12 years. You know, I've just put too much money away into my policy. So what's the mindset behind this? They're emotionally tied to a bad policy. Right? It's like I feel like they're going to lose if they switch. But the reality is, Eloy, they've already lost. Like, it's been 12 years that you've put money in here. So today is day 0. Moving forward, do you want to continue to lose? Or would you like to gain? Right. Simple as that. Hey, the last 12 years, you've been protected. I completely understand how you feel, Michelle. You've had this policy 12 years, right? But the reality is, if you would have passed away the last 12 years, your family would have been fully covered. But now moving forward, we've shown what your policy has and that there's no savings going into it, right? Would you want to continue to lose money, Michelle, moving forward? Or would you want to make sure that money's going into your pocket? Okay, great. That's exactly what we're going to help you out with. So you have to just walk them through what they're thinking about. So you don't want to continue to lose money, do you? No. That's why we're going to get you switched over. Number 7, if they don't believe in life insurance. This typically comes from a bad experience they had. Or someone that they knew had. You guys ever sit with somebody and they're like, no, life insurance, absolutely not. Yep. You're like, bro, what did the life insurance do to you? That's the question, though. What did the life insurance company do to them? Yeah. What was their experience? My cousin was paid all this money into his policy and he passed away and the company didn't pay out. Right? Or they said he had $1 million of coverage, but they only gave him $50,000 of protection. Now we got to do some digging. Really, how did he pass away? What kind of life insurance did he have? What company did he have his life insurance with? This is where us as professionals, we have to understand there's accidental policies that only pay out if you die in an accident. Right. There's whole life policies that will sell you a little bit of whole life insurance, and then a whole bunch of accidental will go with it and make it seem like you've got all this protection. But you've got to find out what was that past experience. Right. Because we can't ignore it. Because every time they look at you they're thinking of that old agent that screwed them over. Wow. Because we're one and the same, but we're not. But they just see us as another insurance agent trying to sell me insurance. And the last insurance agent I sat with, they ripped me off as well. We've got to find out, what did the life insurance company do to you? And then walk them through that. Be a professional, right? Be considerate with them. Number 8, what happens after my term? Do I get any money back? Or what if I cancel my life insurance? How much do I get back? Or after 5 years, if I don't want it anymore, how much do I get back from this? They've been misled, thinking that life insurance gives you money back. Right. That's as simple as it is. That's when they say that in your mind, George, okay, this person's just been misled. Really, that's interesting, George. Where did you hear about like a life insurance that gives you money back?
Some I've heard from different friends that got money back.
Gotcha. Yeah, so life insurance is just like car insurance. It's the easiest example. Do you get car insurance, or do you get money back from your car insurance, George, if you switch companies? No, it's just pure protection. However, if you want to add a savings rider on, we do have the investment account, so we can help you out with that. Okay, so it's just car insurance, life insurance, home insurance is insurance, pure protection. But hey, if you want a savings, we could definitely do that for you. But don't ever tell anybody they're going to get money back from their term at the end. Unless they add on a savings to go with it. That's the only time that they're going to get that back. And then number 9 that you're going to get is I want to start with investments first. Right? So you sat with somebody, they're like, oh yeah, this all looks good, Memo, but I want to do investments first. All they're trying to do is jump ahead without protecting their foundation. Right? They want to be 30 years from now and look at all that money they're going to have in their account, but they're not thinking about today.
Right.
So we've got to bring them back down to like, hey, Memo, I completely understand, man. You're excited about the investments and how that money can grow for you. You know, I completely understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but what I found is that if you pass away in a year, Memo, all you've got in your investment account is $1,000. What's that going to do for your family?
Absolutely nothing.
Right? Do you see why it's important that we protect your foundation first, which is your income, and then do the investments?
Absolutely. I think 500,000 would make more sense than 1,000 in a year.
There you go. So when somebody tells you, once again, they want to do investments, they're not saying life insurance isn't important. They just like the idea of investments more because why? They get that money.
Right.
They actually get to live off of that. The life insurance is not for them. Once again, that's for their family. But you as the professional have to explain to them, no, if your income is gone tomorrow, Andrea, your IRA doesn't matter because there is no retirement. Right? Like there is no paying off your house. None of that stuff because your foundation, and this is why we have it on the side of the house, is the life insurance. That's what we have to start with first. Once again, going back to the feel, felt, found, it's the easiest way, guys, to overcome all of these things with taking the pressure off of them and in putting the pressure either on you or on somebody else as a professional. So we got 2 minutes. I want to open up for any questions that you guys have in regards to any of the 9 objections that I just walked you guys through and what's the mindset behind people when they're saying these things. Yes?
With the investments, the last one, I had a KT like the other day, and they were just very adamant on just the investments, even though I broke it down to them how, like in numbers form, how it makes it. He's like, yeah, I get that, but I don't want the life insurance.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how would you keep going or with this process of this person keeping?
Yeah. How much was the life insurance quote?
It was for 500,000.
Okay. How much was the premium?
It was like 120.
Okay. How much were they going to be comfortable a month investing?
No, they were cool with about like $200 to $400 a month.
Okay, cool. So you just dropped how much the life insurance is. So I'd say, hey, Memo, what's your budget? How much can you put together? How much would you like to invest?
I could invest. I would say around $200 to $400 every single month.
Okay, 200 or 400? Which one?
Let's just say in the middle, 300. I'm more comfortable in that area.
Okay, perfect. So let me go ahead and put a plan together for you. And then what you're going to do is I wouldn't show 500,000 in life insurance knowing that they're like more interested in the investment.
Okay.
I'd show like 250 for $50 and then 250 going into the investment. And then just write it out as $300 a month. After 30 years, you get $822,000. And if you pass away in the next 30 years, your family's going to get $250,000.
Fire.
And this is just $300 a month investment that you're doing.
Okay.
So now it's not two separate things. It's like, no, you want to invest? Cool. How much do you want to invest?
Okay.
$200. Cool.
So-
Package it together, just show them one number.
Gotcha.
Your life insurance is going to be this though, and then your investment will be X amount.
So just talking about it as one plan instead of separating the way I was. Because I was truly just separating them in
Correct.
a whole different bucket. So
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense.
And now they feel good about themselves. Yep. Yes. Last question.
So I had a client or a person that I was talking to, and he started saying that insurance is going to disappear pretty soon because of the GPT chat. That now that you can go there and just put life insurance, and then of course they're going to give you the best, and then from there you just call that insurance and buy it yourself. You don't have to go around and sell it. And so I was just like, I never heard it before, so I was like, okay, so.
Yeah. Was this like a recruit you're talking about?
Yeah, it was for both. It was for insurance and for recruiting, and he started telling me all about that GPT chat.
I got us fired up. But by the way, you can't buy life insurance from ChatGPT. You've got to have a licensed professional actually sell the policy to you. So that's the best part about what we do is like it's never going to go away because you have to have a license to sell life insurance. Now, the best thing is you give your clients good service, they write reviews, and you pop up when they look up ChatGPT best insurance agent, your name pops up. That's the best thing that you could do essentially. Yeah, but it can't go away. There you go. Cool. So guys, hope you guys got a lot of value from this. I'm going to send this into the hierarchy chat. Basically like the 9 common objections you get on life insurance. What's the mindset behind it? How to overcome it. But with that being said, help me welcome my beautiful wife.